Hi BookTube! My name's Taylor, welcome to the Babbling Bee, and welcome to my first super awkward BookTube video ever! I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how to edit, I don't really even know how to film, I'm filming on my phone. I'm the most awkward person in the world, so just, if you're here, I'm happy that you're here, thank you for being here, and let's talk about some Victorian books. So, my Victober TBR is incredibly simple. I mean, it usually is most years. I'm a really slow reader, but I'm also a student and I also work, and I just didn't want to make my Victober TBR really overwhelming, especially since I am still going to be reading like some other books that are on my currently reading shelf. I'm not just going to be reading Victorian books. So yeah, this is not a very like thrilling or impressive Victober TBR, but it's mine and I'm excited about it, and I am already like just feeling the Victober vibes and all of the Victober magic on BookTube. It's very exciting. So let's just get right into it. So the first book that I'm going to hopefully read this month is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I read Wives and Daughters slash listened to it on Audible earlier this year, and I loved it so much, and I may or may not have already started reading Wives and Daughters like before October started, because I just missed Elizabeth Gaskell's voice. It's just so warm. I don't know how else to describe it. It just feels very like almost maternal, and I just found myself missing it, and that's why I decided to dive into North and South. I have the audiobook which I'm listening to, but I also couldn't resist getting this gorgeous Penguin paperback classic. I love these editions. So yeah, I'm loving it so far, and I don't know if I'll finish it this month. I'm just gonna I don't know if I'm gonna finish any of these, but I'm fine with that. I'm just being relaxed and taking it easy, and I'm just gonna enjoy my Victober reads during the month, and if I finish them by the end of the year, I'll be doing good. Okay, and then the second one, this one I'm just gonna be kind of like dipping in and out of throughout the month. Again, I'm not planning on finishing it, I'm not planning on reading the entire thing, but this is The Complete Poems of Emily Jane Bronte, edited by C.W. Hatfield. I think I got this in a used bookstore, and I tend to haunt used bookstores quite frequently, so I don't even remember which used bookstore I got it in, but, yeah, I have read some of the Bronte poetry, but not very much of it, and Emily is obviously, you know, one of the most fascinating of the Bronte sisters, and I think one of the best ways to get to know someone is to read their poetry, because poetry is really intimate. It's often like the most weird, and being a writer myself, I can attest to that, like for me personally, poetry just tends to come out in a very raw and deep way, like it comes straight from the soul. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to hopefully getting to know Emily a little bit more through her poetry, and I think that reading some of her poems will nicely supplement my next Victober read, which is, if I'm being honest, can you see this cover? Hopefully you can. I don't know. If I'm being honest, this is the one that I'm the most excited about. I think I just, like, you know when, like, you get in, like, the perfect mood for the perfect book at the perfect time? This is one of those moments, and that is saying a lot, because I am not usually in the mood for Emily Bronte's Wuthering Heights. I've read it once before, which was in high school, and it was sold to me in high school as a classic romance, which I have since learned from wonderful booktubers and teachers, etc., that it's not strictly a book about romance. It's also about hate, it's about anger, it's about revenge, and I have also heard a lot of my favorite booktubers talk Wuthering Heights up for its beautiful nature writing, its incredible, like, mood and imagery and atmosphere, and that's what I'm here for, if I'm being honest. Like, it may be trashy to admit that, but I'm just here for, like, the soulful Emily Bronte, windswept moors, bleak vibes. Like, that's just what I'm digging right now. So yeah, I have already started this. I'm not reading, like, actually this very lovely hardback. Does this have any illustrations in it? Oh, look at that. I'm just gonna hold this up literally in front of my face. Look at that atmosphere. Yeah, I'm not actually reading this edition because I originally, when I started reading Wuthering Heights, I was planning on annotating it, but that hasn't actually happened so far because I haven't, like, wanted to interrupt myself, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm not in, like, an annotating mood. We'll see if that happens. But at any rate, I'm really excited to read this. I hope that I will like it a lot more this time around. I also think it has been very fortuitous that in the Barnes & Noble paperback edition that I have, which is the one I'm actually reading, there is a preface in that Charlotte wrote in 1850, and it is beautiful. I have forced Kate from Kate Ow to listen to me read some of it to her on Voxer, because I just think it's so beautiful, and I think really everybody who reads Wuthering Heights, like, I wish that they could read Charlotte's preface first, because, like, I know there's some debate about, like, how well did Charlotte actually know Emily, but, like, I'm pretty sure she knew her a lot better than any of us do, because she was her sister, and loved her, and lived with her for her whole life, and it's just a gorgeous preface, and it has so much in it about, like, how Wuthering Heights is often so misunderstood because people don't understand, like, where it comes from in terms of, like, the North. They don't understand the North. They don't understand Emily and who she was as a person. And there's just a lot of really profound things in there that set me up really nicely for this reread and have just, it's like made me so much more excited about it. So yeah. And also, this isn't on my Victober TBR, but that's my cat jingling, by the way. She's on my bed, so if she, like, jumps down and starts doing stuff, I'm really sorry. One of the reasons why I really want to reread Wuthering Heights this month in particular is so that I can read Nellie Dean by Allison Case, because I heard about this book on BookTube a couple of years ago. I haven't gotten around to it yet because I didn't want to let myself read it until I made it through my reread of Wuthering Heights. So I think really all I know about this is that it is basically Wuthering Heights from Nellie's perspective, I think. If I'm getting that wrong, forgive me, but I'm not going to read the back to you right now. So yeah, hopefully I will, isn't this covered just like everything, by the way? Like, wow. So yeah, hopefully I will get to Nellie Dean before the end of the year, or maybe at the beginning of next year. But yeah, that is the extent of my very simple, easy breezy Victober TBR. I'm so excited. I've already started doing my, like, the Fate of Jane Moore thing, and oh my gosh, so exciting. So yeah, I will, link the host's Victober, introduction videos in the description box down below, after probably spending 7 hours trying to figure out how to do that. And I also just realized that I didn't explain what Victober even is. If you don't know, it's a month where you read Victorian stuff. The host will explain it better. But I think I assumed that, like, everyone watching this would already know what Victober was. So, anyways, yeah, this concludes my super awkward first BookTube video ever, and my very simple Victober TBR. Let me know if you're participating in Victober. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know, what you are using as your, like, cozy Victober accessories. Are you drinking tea? Are you drinking cocoa? Do you have blankets? Are you in your PJs? Are you reading by candlelight? Are you wearing Victorian outfits? I would love to hear. So yeah, bless you if you made it all the way through this video, and I'll be back at some point in my life with another one, hopefully. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.